She hasn't received anything. It just came through, she said.
Okay. Excellent. Hey, how's it going? Good. Sorry for the technical difficulties here. The email addresses I had your last name spelled wrong. That's why it wasn't going through. But,
I got you. No worries, man.
Hi, guys.
Hello. Hey, Lisa.
Hi. Hey. I'm recording, so you guys will get a copy of this too, okay? So call my name if you need me. I'm just going to be, floating around.
awesome. Okay. All right. I'm going to share my screen here, and we'll just run through the process here. Do you have any questions right off the bat?
No, just glad to start my head Austin and head down there.
Excellent. All right, so the first order of business, we're just going to run through all these selections, double check that each one is correct. Let me see if I can get my application working. Okay. All right, so we got Bass 3 selected, is that correct?
Yes.
All right, then you have add California railing in lieu of the half wall.
Yes.
We've got the extended cover patio.
Yes.
We've added the luxury master bath.
Yes.
Your exterior paint colors are going to be snowbound for the main color and peppercorn trim.
Yes.
Your stone is going to be Blanco chopped with white mortar.
Yes.
The brick is Acme Stone Bay. Carpet is Graceful Finesse Stone.
Yes.
Vinyl is Flagstaff Oak.
Yes.
And you've selected to have vinyl in the dining, the family, the hall, master bedroom, and the study.
Yes.
Okay? Countertops for bath 2, bath 3, and the master. You've upgraded to the 2 centimeter Blanco Gallia. In the kitchen backsplash, you have the 5x5 flash white
Yes.
with a frost grout. And then I remember us going through this at our pre-start. This has 2 different directions on it, straight and horizontal. So I'm going to scroll down to the bottom here. It's got an image of that, the way it's going to be. So that's the backsplash right there.
Yes.
Okay. While we're looking at the tile, that's going to be the master bath and shower.
Yes.
And the secondary bath. Okay. Both of them the same way. Alright. Cabinets, you have the paint marble,
Yes.
and you upgraded to 42-inch numbers.
Yes.
You also have the additional cabinetry for the library in the kitchen.
Yes.
You got the stainless steel undermount sink in the kitchen.
Yes.
Additional coach light in the garage.
Yes.
Sorry, I just got attacked by a bug.
Oh
Big old flying bug landed on me, freaked me out. Sorry.
The bees down there are crazy, dude.
Oh yeah.
There's something going on there. I don't know if that's what it was.
I'm not sure what that was. Did you catch it, Thomas?
I think it was a horsefly.
A horsefly. Oh yeah.
Oh, freaking hate those little bastards.
Yeah. All right, we've got standard front door. Your interior paint is going to be first star for the walls and extra white for the trim.
Yes.
You've added the 2-inch blinds. You've
Yes.
added a window at the utility room.
Yes.
You've added an outlet at the family dining room. You've added an outlet in the study.
Yes.
Standard drop-in sinks for the baths.
Yes.
The kitchen countertop is going to be the 2 centimeter Uba tuba. You got black appliances.
Yes.
And the tile in the bath 2 and bath 3 is the 13 by 13 Contempo Gold on straight.
Yes.
And the tile in the master bath is going to be the 10 by 14 Polaris glossy white with the offset.
Yes.
The kitchen faucet is the standard Delta 300.
Yep.
Yes.
And that's just the uva tuba for the wine rack cabinet. All right, are we missing anything?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. I think so we talked about all this before too.
Yeah.
I guess the only other thing was the office. We did talk with Justin, get the 2 doors added for the office space, so it shouldn't be open. There should be the doors on there.
That's correct. And we do have it framed that way for the door, yes.
Perfect. Good.
Yes, thanks for bringing that up. Colors, countertop, front door, all final selections correct. Alright, the next section is just construction review. What I like to do is just, cancel that. Let's see. Yeah, actually, yeah. Stop broadcasting. What I'm gonna do is flip my camera around and walk y'all around the house. And I'll start at the front. In fact, let me just go outside. I'll start at the front and take a look at the outside of the house and walk in. I'll just walk around and y'all can see everything. So right now we just have the primer applied on the siding. That's not the color of the paint. Alright. Cutting all of our exterior tire paint. Just gonna give that one a second. Yes, it's coming together. Walking into the front door. There's a closet under the stairs right here. Got 2 switches right here. These switches will control the light in the foyer, the garage, the coach lights, and the light that's going to be on the front porch. Okay. And this is where your kitchen is, your island. And you see the cabinet blocking. That's what these blocks right here are for. You got a block for the wine rack that's going to be over here. And the pantry will be right here. Panning around the family room. Right now we just have temporary rails up for safety, but that's where your California railing will be. That'll get installed whenever we do the interior doors and trim. Okay. Remaining on the first floor, walking towards the back, you got your bath 3. That's your tub, that's where your toilet will be, and then cabinetry. And then here's the study. Now in here we had an additional outlet, is that correct?
Yeah.
Where are we wanting that? Because I see my electricians, I don't think they got it in here. I need to get them back out here. Where did we talk about putting it? On this wall right here that we're looking at?
Yeah, all right here.
And you want it centered on that wall and up high, right?
Yeah.
And we talked about it, how high up? 5 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll get them back out here and we'll get that put in.
Okay. Perfect.
Where was the other additional outlet in the family and dining? Was that supposed to be up high as well?
Yeah, we only been down to the master bedroom too. Oh.
That one was off, so, yeah, I gotta get those to come back out. We're gonna put one, we'll put one up high right here.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now let's go look at the, we'll continue down this hallway. Look at the utility, and then we'll get into the master. There's your utility window that y'all added.
Yeah.
And this is where your hookup for your washer and dryer will be. Washer on the left, dryer on the right. Back door, you got your extended cover patio back there. Now this will be pre-wired for a fan. But it's only going to be a light that's going to be installed. But however, on this 3-gang box right here, there'll be a switch for a fan. Okay, so if you ever get a fan installed in the future, that's what that switch will control. All right. Now moving on to the master bedroom. Pop-up ceiling right there. And then the luxury master bath is going to come with a double door. The old garden tub. Big old window too.
That's nice.
And you got your shower pan. Water closet for the little toilet room. And then the master closet. Alright, let's make our way upstairs. Here's the game room upstairs. Walk down the hallway to the secondary bedrooms. You'll have your attic access directly above our heads right here.
Okay.
And then secondary bedrooms. The closet in this front right bedroom is going to have the housing for the for internet service. All right, so there's gonna be a plug right there, as well as the inlet for the communication lines.
Okay.
We're gonna cross the hall of the secondary bedroom. There's its closet. Then we've got our bath 2.
Very good.
So,
Another bedroom. And there's its closet. Across the hall from that is your last secondary bedroom. And then its closet. This one's got a little bit bigger closet. Gonna be a walk-in. And then in between these 2 bedrooms, at the end of this hallway, will be a linen closet. There'll be shelving in here.
Perfect.
All right.
Do you know what's going on in that little corner there?
Say again. What is it?
Do you know what's going on there?
That's the bracing for the roof on the back
Okay.
porch.
Okay.
Yeah, good question. All right. Anything else that you want to look at?
no, I guess my only other question is around the HVAC, just because here in our current house,
Yeah.
the HVAC, we get years heating, cooling in different areas and different rooms, and I know big problem with it because of, leaks and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I just want to make sure that
Yeah, good question. So, the code that we abide by is very stringent code. We have a duct blaster test, excuse me, towards the end of construction. They'll basically, they'll come in and they will pressurize all the duct lines, and they'll tell us how well sealed they are. It's gotta meet a certain number for it to pass, and that number is very, very high. So they gotta be well sealed. If they're not, then we'll make adjustments. We'll have the HVAC company come back out and figure out what needs to be sealed. And we also do a blower door test. So what they'll do is they'll basically invert the pressure on the house, and it'll tell us how well sealed the whole home is.
Oh, very cool.
Do you get that report as well?
Negative.
Okay. Is there any way for us to get that information? Can we ask for you to share, or is it just because that's something I'd like to know and share this, down the road if there is?
Unfortunately, we cannot divulge that information because that's First America Homes contract with the inspection company, and it's something that First America Homes is paying for, so they won't allow me to give out that information.
Okay.
Okay.
Another question,
Yeah.
which with the HVAC, is there a spot that you have to change out like intake filters? Because in our current home we have
Yes.
those.
Yes. So the filter for this system, it's going to be up in the attic. You'll walk up the ladder at this direction that we're looking, and the unit is right here when you go up the ladder, and it's going to have a 4-inch media filter inside there. Okay, that's going to get changed about once a quarter, and it's really dependent on environmental factors.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And then also, you were saying you do the testing on the system for leaks.
Yes.
In our current home, we have a filter in particular, and it will make this like high-pitched sound even when the filter's clean. And so, and you just said you have the one, so maybe we won't necessarily have that because we have multiple intake filters in our home. So.
Okay, so you're saying when the unit kicks on, it makes a noise at the filter locations?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the filters that you're talking about, are they at like the ceilings or the walls?
Yeah, they're some in the walls and some in the ceilings,
Yeah.
and they're only a 1-inch filter.
Yep. So typically that noise is being created because of the suction that the HVAC unit is pulling, and then that filter, there's a little bit of play in that area that it rests in. So what you're hearing is just that filter being sucked up tight against the tray that it sits in. This one, the filter is in the attic unit, so you're not going to hear any kind of movement from that. In fact, it's a very snug fit that this filter sits in up there.
Okay, perfect.
Cool. I don't have any other questions at the moment.
Could I see the attic space in the garage?
Yes, absolutely. Let's go down there. So the attic in the garage is going to be accessible through a scuttle hole. So you will need your own ladder to get up in there. But it's basically just a lid in the ceiling that you'll pop up, move to the side, which is located right here. Okay. And then you pop the lid up right here, and then you'll be able to access the attic above the garage. Okay.
Okay.
They're gonna finish sealing that portion up there, right?
What is it?
They're gonna finish sealing that part up there?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, just checking.
And you'll have a light in this attic, located right there. The light switch is going to be on the wall prior to going up inside the attic.
Okay.
Okay.
And another question from the middle of the attic there
Yeah.
to the point, how tall is that up there? Not very tall?
No, it's approximately 4 feet.
Okay.
Good question.
Yeah.
No.
Perfect.
All right, let's see, if we got everything covered on this. Okay, excellence is not perfections, but we try. What we mean by that is, this house is being built by man. So there's gonna be imperfections, but we do strive to get everything as tight as possible. There's a lot of different, materials coming together to build this one product. So you gotta keep that in mind, okay?
Yeah.
Quick question for you.
Yes.
Is that chip in
Yeah,
the...
that's gonna get patched.
That's gonna get patched, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, moving into the warranty discussion. Your home is gonna come with a 1-year, 2-year, and a 10-year warranty. What that means is the 1 year is gonna cover things that we call the fit and finish. So things like the door hardware, the bath fixtures, the light fixtures, flooring, countertops, all that stuff is covered under the 1-year warranty. The 2-year warranty covers things that are the mechanics of the home. So things like your water heater, your air handler in the attic, the AC condenser on the outside of the home, the appliances in the kitchen. All that's covered under the 2-year warranty. And then the 10-year covers things that are the structure of the home. So things like the foundation, the framing, that's all 10-year.
Okay.
Anytime that you experience an issue and you need to submit a warranty ticket, it needs to be submitted through our website. If you go to firstamericahomes.com and go to the warranty tab, that's where you'll fill out the information on whatever issues you are experiencing. We have set goals on our warranty, meaning when I receive that warranty ticket, I try to reach out to y'all within 2 hours, and I'm trying to come and put my eyes on it within 24 hours. And I'm trying to get the issue resolved within 7 days.
Okay.
So keep in mind, anytime that you submit a warranty ticket, please make yourself available.
Okay.
Because any work that needs to be done during normal business hours.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay? Do y'all want to review the blueprints at all?
Sure.
All right. Anything specific, or you just want me to just walk through?
Yeah, we can just walk through again.
Okay. So, let me see if I can get my pencil to All right, here's this, the attic access in the garage that we just talked about, coming up into the attic. Your water heater is gonna be located in the garage. It's gonna be divided by a crash wall right here. There will not be this door. That's an option for other communities, not in this community, okay? So no door. It's just gonna be straight open right here.
Okay.
Alright, you do have a curve in the slab in the garage right here. This is the curb stop for the front porch area. And your front door to the foyer. Then here's your door to the closet under the stairs. You'll have one shelf and one rack underneath. Just like a clothes closet. space. And your cabinetry for the base cabinet up to the range. And then more cabinetry here. And then as well on this wall where we have the wine rack option. Inside the pantry, you're gonna have shelves. You're gonna have 5 shelves, approximately 15 inches wide, all running along both of these walls here. Okay. Then in your kitchen island, you're gonna have your dishwasher on the right as you're facing the sink, and your sink is gonna be on the left. Disposal switch will be underneath the cabinet, mounted on the side. Family room, that's the one with the high ceiling. We talked about that additional island, this wall right here. And then into the dining room, the ceiling drops back down to 10 feet. Moving on upstairs. We'll have the telephone railing along the overlook, and then up around the stairs. Game room, pop-up ceiling. And then your attic access we looked at earlier.
Yes.
Bedroom 2. It's got that slope ceiling. There's your closet. Bedroom 3. Same thing, it's gonna have the slope ceiling along the exterior walls. And then its closet's gonna be right here. Bedroom 4. This is the one where its closet is gonna be housing the media equipment.
Okay.
Bedroom 5. And this closet's right here. the linen closet in the at the end of the hallway upstairs, and then bath 2.
And then, do you mind showing us the plot or the lot again
Absolutely.
on blueprint?
So it's definitely an odd shaped lot.
Uh-huh.
The left side butts up to the back of lot 4 and 5.
Where the that border is on the backyard, is that where the fence will be erected? Can we? Is it safe to assume that in the backyard?
It's gonna be basically on this plot plan that I'm showing them right now, where the corners are designated by, designated by these circles right here and here.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the property corners, so that's where the fence will be.
Okay. And as it reflects the visual,
I'm not sure, but
okay, like this. Here, let me know if you know the answer to this. Do you know what that divide is? That black tarp?
that's just the silk fence the developer put in when they made the terrain. So
Okay.
the fence is going to be wherever these property pins are.
And it may be beyond that. You're saying?
It may. I have no idea. I would
Okay.
have to pull some tape measures out or
Okay, understood.
a metal detector to find the property pins. I mean,
Okay. So, assuming it would go all the way from there, all the way down there,
Say that again.
the fence,
Yeah.
from there all the way down there.
Yeah.
Okay. Just trying to get a visual.
Right. So let me show y'all what she's talking about. Let me stop broadcasting and put the camera on here. So she's asking basically the black silk fence right here, if that's where the fence line is going to be. I'm not 100% sure because I don't know where the property pins are at the back. I wouldn't think that it would go all the way to the back. I mean, we can walk back here and take a look. Here's your property pin right there.
Conjunction to the house on the side. Okay.
Yeah. So there's the property corner where your fence corner will be, and then there's the house. And then the other one. Hey, Ben. Yes, sir. How far out are you? It'll be an hour and a half, 'cause I think the guys are trying to finish up this book. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I'm in a meeting right now. Let me finish up here and I'm gonna go run and check on those guys. Alright, thank you, sir. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. So basically, this is where your property will end and on this fence line. So if we can line up this fence, basically it's the fence right there. I'm not sure where it's going to cut over to that property pin that we saw a minute ago.
They haven't done the grading to the backyard.
Correct.
Okay.
Right, yeah, the final grading will be done after we get the flat work done, the driveway and the private path.
Yeah.
We'll
Okay.
get that poured, then we'll bring in some final grade dirt, and then we'll shape the land.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yes.
And usually it would be a U. How would this be graded? Do you have an idea?
So there will be a swell that we'll put in right here
Uh-huh.
to carry to the front. There will be a swell probably about right here to carry whatever water falls off here, carry it around that way.
Okay.
Say that again, I'm sorry, the volume went down.
So is there like a French drain or anything?
No French drain, just swells. We'll shape the land to basically with swells to carry the water from the back to the front. And then at one point the water will fall from the front to the back at this point. Most of your water will flow from the back left of the property to the front right of the property. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Let me share my screen and pull that plot plan back up. So the way that the water is going to run is basically most of it in the back will carry to the right side and then to the front. Some of it will be carried to the front from this point in the back, okay? But then at one point the land falls to the back, somewhere about right here. So it'll drain that way, okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. All right. Time frame remaining. So this is my scheduling software for every single task involved on building the house. And we're looking like beginning of August as it sits right now. And that's to complete construction, not closing date. Okay? Please don't get that confused.
Yeah, but thank you for clarifying.
That's the construction. Now, obviously, subject to change because we're only about midway point. It could go either way at this point. It just really depends on how everything else falls. Okay.
For sure.
But obviously, you're getting the weekly updates. So with every passing week, you'll be more informed on a more definitive closing date. Okay. Okay. Review pre-closing orientation process. So when we narrow down the closing date, we're going to be able to schedule our walks. So we'll have our first walk, which is called the HBO, the Home Buyer Orientation. And at that walk, we will, it's like a 2-hour appointment, 2-hour meeting. And what we do is we'll cover the warranty aspect of the home. We'll go into depth with that. We will cover homeowner maintenance items. And we will review the mechanics of the home. I'll go over how to operate certain features of your home. Okay?
Okay.
And then after we finish all that, we'll walk the house. We'll basically walk inside and outside the home, and this will be y'all's chance to point out anything that y'all feel needs to be corrected prior to closing.
Okay.
Okay? And then once we finish with that appointment, we will meet approximately a week after that for our final walk. And it's a rather quicker meeting. We're basically gonna walk the house and review each item that we came up with at our HBO, making sure that those items did get done. If for whatever reason one of the items did not get done, it will not hold up closing. We will move that into a warranty item, and that way you can still close on the house, and you can rest assured that it will get done. It's just for whatever reason it got held up, it will get done now under a warranty ticket. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Once we get done with the final walk, you will either close later that day or the following day. And once you close on the house, you'll come back to the neighborhood, to the model home, to pick up your keys.
Okay.
All right?
Perfect.
Any questions on that part?
I don't think so.
Excellent. Surveys and follow-up. So basically, at closing, you're going to be given a QR code to give us a survey, and that survey is going to reflect your experience with myself and with Justin alike. I'd like to do everything I can to receive 5 stars. So anything that I can do from here on out to receive that, just let me know.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. Any questions on anything?
I think we're good.
Excellent. Well then, what I'm gonna do is email this document over to y'all. If y'all can just sign it and email it back.
Okay.
And if y'all have anything else, just feel free to reach out.
Perfect. Thanks, Austin.
Yeah, thank y'all. I appreciate it.
Awesome.
We gone?
Brother, we'll talk soon, yeah?
Yep.